Well, time for Chart Attack, and a pair of charts that will make you smarter. They may not make you happy, but they will make you smarter. Our closer, Vincent Reinhart of Morgan Stanley, telling consumers, watch out, they could get another 1-2 punch in the gut, and it has to do with tax refunds. It's not pretty. Talk us through historically what this year's tax refund is likely to look like.
So the main message is tax refunds thus far are tracking considerably below, almost a fifth below where they were at this time last year. You think about it, you didn't know what taxes to file up until January 2nd.
Yeah, very true.
And that uncertainty probably just slowed up the process of preparing taxes.
And we went back historically, and I tell you what, let's bring the chart up so we can all see that and show the viewers. Went back historically, and there it is, Vince, going back to 2005. You're right, this is ugly.
And you realize that's part of the triple attack on the consumer's pocketbook, right? The year started with a tax increase. Withholding taxes went up. Then at the high end, top marginal income tax rates are up. And, by the way, gasoline prices are up. And so households just don't have as much discretionary income as they used to.
You know, you're painting a very negative picture of things between the sequester, between this little bit of data. Do you think there's a chance that we're going to see negative growth in the quarter?
Well, you did in the fourth quarter. We don't think so. We're tracking more to about.
Do you believe that, by the way, the
1.5%.
negative growth? Because I've had economists tell me that they don't entirely.
There's enough uncertainty and noise in the GDP data. You basically just say it was flat.
Okay.
We're tracking first quarter around 1.5% growth at an annual rate. The problem is when you fly the plane slower and closer to the ground, you're more vulnerable to wind shear.
Yeah, right. You have less margin for error. Speaking of which, gasoline, very expensive. Cost me $98 to fill up my car. That is crazy. $98 on the weekend.
Maybe you're driving too big a car.
Yeah, and maybe I should be buying 87 octane instead of 94. But there are gas prices over the past year, Vince. What has happened each of the other two times when gas has gotten this high?
So anytime gasoline prices rise, it hits a household's pocketbooks. When the rise is pretty close to prevailing norms, not really outsized,
right,
they mostly substitute. So it's a problem for food away from home. It's a problem for apparel. Top-line PCE doesn't change that much. When you break out to this large an increase, they begin to cut back on spending in total.